Greetings and welcome, my fellow lords and ladies, to this semi-grand campaign of the Netherlands/Frisia. Just a quick overview of history, I suppose. Because we'll be getting in the game soon enough, but I'm not starting over or anything. But just to give an idea of what the Netherlands of Frisia looked like back then, in the earliest start date, for instance. Yeah, not much to do here. Because the first duke you have here really is Frankish. I don't think he had any counts under him. Yeah, so basically all the Frisian areas, because Frisian is still our culture here, completely under the control of Charlemagne. Now, of course, by the time of the Viking Age, we get this lovely mess, where we don't really have any independent dukes, I think. I mean, we've got this Norse guy that's somehow in control over Frisia. He does have this guy in charge of some place, but I'm not entirely sure where. Doesn't really matter either way. But yeah. So that's basically why I started in the High Middle Ages with my guy. Because extricating ourselves from this mess as a Dutch character is, well, virtually impossible, I think. Partially because Lotharingia pretty much immediately gets eaten by East and West Francia. So, yeah. But this is a little bit in response to what someone has said. It's about how little they knew about Dutch history before 1500. And yeah, I can understand that. Because just to get a little bit miffed at my my cultural knowledge of this time period. Essentially, as far as history goes, we are not really taught, well, at least I wasn't really taught about what happened to the Netherlands before we declared our independence from Spain. Which is in a time period I can no longer remember, but it's well into the future. Past the 1500s. Past the Middle Ages. And that annoyed me a little bit, because I always wondered, how the hell did Spain gain control over the Netherlands? That somehow was never really explained. If it was done very poorly. But, alright, very well. Then, when we actually get a chance to learn something about the Middle Ages, or at least in the context of learning about Dutch stuff, the first king we are told about in the Middle Ages is Charlemagne. And I don't know. But he ain't Dutch. He may have ruled over the Dutch, or Proto-Dutch at that stage. But he wasn't Dutch. He was a significant character. He wasn't Dutch. And that annoys me a little bit. A little bit. So yeah. But in any case, that's really neither here nor there. But yeah, about how little we know about Dutch history. Because they said something about like that the Danish controlled Frisia or the Netherlands at some point. I'm not entirely sure that's true. But in the context of the world, I suppose if it was controlled by the Norse, yeah, I can sort of believe that. Although, again, what's Norse is open for debate. We did use because the Dutch have always been under pressure from neighboring peoples like the Franks, the Saxons. Most likely the Norse, because, well, at one point we did have a Norse duke in charge, because I believe that is actually based on something that they researched as part of history. So, but to say that the Netherlands was ever under the control of Denmark, that's something I am Going to press X to doubt. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Because it's no longer the case. Because clearly there's no Danish here. Alright, well, and besides, anything I say about Dutch history, take it with a grain of salt, because it's been a long time since I've actually had any history lessons, and well, let's face it, anything I've learned in middle or high school on Dutch history is probably limited a lot. Because basically there's just the independence from Spain, World War I, which we did not participate in, World War II, and then suddenly it's modern day. What do you do? Oh yeah, the fall of Berlin, but that's not really anything to do with us, the Berlin Wall. But that's not anything to do with us, because that actually happened while I was in middle school, I believe. Now a little bit before that. But we are now King Dirk the Bold of Frisia. So let's put our right hand on our heart and sing the national anthem. Wilhelmus van Nassau ben ik van Duitsen bloed. And that's where we cut it off. Because for one, Wim the Silent has not yet been born in this game. And frankly, what that French idiot did, I don't care about, because, well, I'm not entirely sure where he is from, actually. It was pointed out on a map somewhere where his home province is, but it's somewhere in the south of France, but I don't fully understand how he was put in charge of the Netherlands, because that's basically what happened, in my estimation, but somehow he really empathized with the cause of the Dutch against the Spanish. And we'll get to how the Spanish gained control over the Netherlands. Because basically it was due to shenanigans like what we're experiencing here, where things flip from control due to marriage alliances and all that. Like what happened here with Hainaut, which is rightful Dutch clay, but currently under the control of the Duke of Flanders, who's also Dutch. He should really be my friend. But I can't get him. Now, we do have control over her. And she has a claim on the Duchy of Picardy. We claim on the Duchy of Flanders. And we claim on the Duchy of Saxony. She's in a normal marriage with you. With Occitan. Alright, well, that's not great. Can I get you to convert? No, because you don't like me enough. Scandalous counselor. Alright, who's your heir? Female. Can I kill you? Well, there is an above 0 chance that I might be able to. You're also 50 years old, you're not wounded. What's my combat skill? 23. Let's try to see if we can piss him off. Whoops. Wrong game. I'm trying to pan the map with WASD, and that doesn't work in this game because those keys are assigned to the map modes. Alright, so what do I do? You don't particularly like me. Why don't you like me? Alright, because I spent money. I'm currently broke, but I'm gaining money. I'm waiting to be crowned, so let's get that on with. Sure. We'll have a dignified ceremony. Losing in the shadows. It's a sickly young boy, but of my dynasty, so guess I'll like you. Right. So now I am finally a king. Can I baptize anyone? Yeah, all of my kids are too old or not the primary line of succession, so I can't baptize them. That is a pity. Alright, you need a focus. You are skilled in intrigue. Go for, let's see, thrift. Let's go with pride. And now we just wait until we get some money again before we get totally overrun by bandits and all that stuff. Alright, so... Alright, I didn't plot, I was scheming to get him upset. They are trying to kill stuff. I am ill. I'm probably not long for this world. That's not great. And we are being raided. We are being raided. That's a very bold move. Are you out of troops? No, you got a full complement, so... Right, now we have positive money again. Right. So he's the most disgraceful duke. Yeah, let's make him mad. I will accept this gift. I will call him... Panther. Alright, if I can get him to die... Alright, so we're gonna go through with the plan to kill him. Oh, and he's dead. Alright, so let's get you out. As long as my spy master likes me, I'm probably fine. Right, let's bribe you. Let's give you an honorary title. Make you the cupbearer. And can't increase her opinion because she's the queen and she just doesn't like me right now. Alright, so I do still have a de jure claim, but that requires I declare on France. And I don't think my troop count is quite strong enough to take on France. Alright, so we've got Egmont. Why do these kids not like me? Alright, so we've got a apostate. That's another lunatic. Just burn him. Burn the pious. Good dog. No. Right, is my court tutor not available anymore? Oh, I do have a court tutor. Stop bothering me about stuff then. I don't want to become German. Ooh, it's a different different thing. Let's see. We've got Duke Redbot of Nordgau. He's not likely to succeed. Duchess of Provence. What happened to... She currently not allowed here? She's got kills? Neat. Do I have kills? Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. Not very impressive kills yet, but you know, we can work on that. You should really stop that. Can I imprison you? Alright. You're still a malcontent, but at least you're on the council now, so that might make you theoretically less likely to betray me. Of course. Yeah. Let's stay friends with our son. And he may soon replace us. Alright, so we've got a decent amount of... What's this? You're looking to kill... No family killing. But you should get a wife. Ooh, genius. I'd love to have a genius. But she's too young. 4 years old is really too young. Let's see, you are a scheming warrior person. Let's see if I can find someone similar that can give me many babies. Quick person probably isn't the worst. You also have claims on Ypres. And you're Dutch, that also helps. Yeah, let's try to get some some genetic traits into our family. Alright. Still no supporters, really. Ooh, lost the commander. Yeah, let's make him mad. I mean, if I'm going to war, I want to go to war for the entire province, and I'm a total lunatic. We are at war with the Jure holdings in Palermo. Alright. No. Why are you landing here? I mean, my grasp of geography is a little bit lacking, but I'm pretty sure Palermo is down here. Why are you invading through the Netherlands? Yeah, let's try to be happy. Right, I could possibly go and look for a smith so I can get an artifact. Let's find me a weaponsmith. Right. Right. I lose the duel for crying out loud. Alright, well, before we go on with that, come on. I lose the duel? He's got a negative score! How can I lose? I mean, he's severely injured. He might die. How did I lose? Does he have some sort of super weapon? No, he's just got the foot of a saint. That's not a super weapon. Oh well. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time for more silliness in Crusader Kings 2.